Is day 4. I woke up and I actually feel pretty good. The only thing that's bothering me is that shoulder blade, that rotator cuff is still really stiff, but I think it's getting a little bit better. My sleep was definitely better. I went to bed at like 10 p.m. Woke up, it is now 8 a.m. So I got like a good 10 hours of sleep. Feel really well rested, and actually like as far as my physique goes, like before I was going to bed last night, I noticed that I kind of took like definitely a turning point along this journey. As far as I think I shed like a good amount of water weight that I was holding from drinking the weekend before and drinking excessively the weekend before. So now I think I've kind of reached a more stable point here where my body has responded and fully recovered, and I feel pretty good, energized. I think that today's workout is going to be relatively good. It's going to be a back workout, although with that rotator cuff, I don't know exactly how that's going to play into this, but I think overall it should be good. Yeah, woke up, mood felt really good, didn't feel tired at all, felt very optimistic, very I would just say all positive. I haven't had any negative thoughts or haven't been allowed to be consumed by negative thoughts, where when I like get off of drinking and it's like a Monday and I just got past that hungover phase, I feel like the negative thoughts seem to kind of consume me. If there's something in my life that's bothering me, I let that kind of bring me all the way down to a point where I'm like not really motivated or optimistic about moving forward or doing things more proactively and aggressively for that matter. Where now, if a negative thought creeps in my mind, I'm just kind of like, it's whatever. Like, you can't control that. Like, the past is the past, and you let that stuff just go, or at least now I'm able to. So I feel really good about today, and yeah, it's gonna be back day in the gym, and let's check on the physique. Okay, so here is the physique, and as I was kind of saying, I feel like a lot of water weight has dropped since day 1, and I'm at a place now where everything seems a little bit more lean. I mean, not crazy. I think I'm maybe a little bit flat right now, but it's first thing in the morning. I haven't had barely any water. I think I have 1 cup. And this is this mirror. And overall, getting better. But still, it's only day 4. We'll see. Okay guys, I'm going to be checking in a little bit late here. It is day 6, so I'm going to fill you in on some stuff that happened. I actually have a confession to make. So on Saturday night, I actually went out and had a few drinks with a friend of mine that I haven't seen in a while. I was just catching up with her. That night was fine. I'm going to allow myself throughout this process to occasionally have a few drinks here and there socially. I'm just not going to get to the point where it's actually going to dramatically affect my testosterone levels, my ability to sleep, my ability to go to the gym. So anything within that range, and I'm not saying I'm going to have a casual 2 drinks every other night. I'm going to say like maybe once a week, maybe every other week, just depending on, what's going on, who wants to do what. With that being said, Sunday, I was apartment hunting with my future roommate, and that actually did turn into a day drinking type experience, where I probably had 8 or 9 drinks over the course of 6 hours. And although I didn't get to a point where I felt super intoxicated, this is still a lot of toxins from my body to process, and I just know kind of where you hit a certain point, and if you drank for a certain number of hours, where I'm going to start to feel it the next day. Around 6 p.m. yesterday, I just kind of knew this. I cut myself off. I went home, which is a good step, because in the past I probably would have just kept going. So this experiment kind of gave me a reason to say, hey, like, let's dial it back so that you'll be able to recover in like a day instead of like 2 days. Surprisingly, woke up this morning, didn't really feel too bad as far as the alcohol goes. I did feel a little bit more tired. It was a little bit hard for me to get out of bed and go to the gym. It became kind of more of like a task rather than something I was excited to go do. So that was tough. But that's to be expected. I mean, I basically put toxins in my body for a whole day, which is going to have effects on my testosterone levels, mental clarity, things that allow me to, be sharp and be motivated to go do the things that I actually want to accomplish in my life. But today being Monday, I definitely have been ignoring the whole Crohn's side of this whole thing. So And I think that that's something that I really need to take into account here, and something that I've learned, that regardless of alcohol levels, if my Crohn's gets out of control, that also has dramatic effects on my testosterone levels, my mood, my mental clarity, my motivation, my energy levels. All of that tanks dramatically just from my Crohn's. So that's completely aside from alcohol. So although I haven't been being very disciplined on staying away from things that actually trigger my Crohn's, which would be like spicy food, beer, going forward in this experiment, I need to stop having those things as well if we're going to have any clear indication as to what actually alcohol has been affecting my body, or if it's more Crohn's related. It's hard to say, but I want to see what effects are primarily due to alcohol. So I'm going to be also very strict and very disciplined on the Crohn's side of things to make sure I don't have a flare-up. So if I ever do have those casual drinks, it's going to have to be the kind of drinks that I know I can have, which are like White Claws, or I can have sometimes like wine, but not too much of it. I can have vodka soda, stuff like that. But I have to stay away from beer, and I have to stay away from overly sugary drinks, things that I know that are definitely going to come back to haunt me. All that being said, I'm going to increase this to a 35-day experiment so we can kind of get 30 days, because I did have this slip up. So I want to have 30 days going forward. I'm going to be more disciplined. I mean, the bottom line is that I'm not perfect, and I definitely slipped up. My discipline is as susceptible to failure as anybody else's. And this weekend, I kind of let it slip a little bit. I got distracted from the goal of this experiment, and it's time to get back to it, do it right, and hopefully get some good results. So I will give the physique update. I'm not really sure where it's going to be. Hasn't really been my primary focus the past couple days, but let's check it out. That all being said, I haven't missed the gym. I've gone every day.